Yo, what's going on, guys? Element Games here, back with another video, and today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my thumbnails. As you can see here, we have this app full of all the edits and thumbnails that I do. I make edits for a lot of people, and I get a lot of comments, DMs, and stuff talking about how do you do this, how do you do that. So I thought, how about we just put it into one little video here, and hopefully we satisfy everybody, and you guys can kind of see what I do here. So yeah, let's get into this video.
Bruh.
Alright, so when we're making these edits and stuff, a lot of, I know a lot of editors around here, obviously, and a lot of people who do this stuff. Most people I know use some form of Photoshop when they make their edits, and this is the best. I think this is the best app I've seen for it. I know that it's kind of restrictive in the way that it's only on Android, and it's only on Android, and it's only on PC. So you're kind of stuck if you're on iOS, because a lot of people use iOS. But I think there's certain substitutes that can work decently if you're not on Android. I'm pretty sure there's this one called Photopea on iOS that works pretty decently, I think. I know PixArt is a pretty good one you can use. It's I think that's on iOS as well. I know it's on Android. I use it for my layouts, when I'm kind of organizing stuff for the layouts. I use that, and I don't use this app for that. But for anything else that core edits of everything, I use Adobe Photoshop Touch. So let's get started right now. All right, so when you get the app, I'm probably gonna put it in description below, so that so if you have an Android, you can I'll leave the Android link. So if you have an Android, you can try and get this. Alright, so we press this button right here, and this lets you do a new project. I mean, you could assume that just because it has a picture and a plus sign. So what I do for thumbnails, I just put it in I go to blank document, and I just go to the size that I need for thumbnails. I think this is the thumbnail size, if I'm correct, if I remember correctly. If it's not, then whatever, but I think that's what it is. So then it'll give you a blank document, just a PNG right here. So what I would do, I can go to my photo library. I have all of these different files and tabs, and this is what we're going to be using for getting our stuff. So I have this BG right here. This is where I'm going to use to get all my BG stuff. This is pretty much where I put all my backgrounds. I don't have a lot, but I have a decent bit, a good enough amount for me to use it the way I want to. For this edit, I was planning on this edit being a Termit Power edit, but I kind of want to use it. This is my favorite background right now, so we'll use this one. So you have the background here. You just use the little circles here. You could just move it around. Also, definitely get rid of snap. So don't make sure it doesn't have the check mark. Make sure it has the X right there. You definitely don't want that. So you don't want snap. Snap is annoying. So let me show you the difference. Snap, see how kind of moves like this oddly. Get rid of snap freely. It's really nice and free. So definitely get rid of snap. All right. That's beginner stuff though. Even a lot of people should know that. What people want to know is kind of more about the effects and all that, and the glow, and all that different stuff. So let's get into this, because it's gonna be a bit of a long one if we don't. So first step here, well, my first step, like I said, I'm not a professional at this, right? So what I do, don't necessarily copy unless you like the style, I guess. But still, I would say try to develop your own style, because there's certain people who I learned from, people in particular, they probably know, but I try to stray away from their style and try to create my own. So that's kind of what we go in here for. But yeah, let's start off. So we can go here, this button at the bottom right corner, right? And we can go to the add button right here, and then we can add a picture. So we'll get out the BG. So the picture I'm going to use is coming from Twitter. So there's this Twitter file right here, right? And it has basically any picture you download from Twitter. So I download like the wallpaper, this Jiren thing, the 66 ticket, even this Afro picture. But yeah, we're going to be using this Vegeta because I have not done like an edit on this. So like I said, you can still move just the same way you were able to. You can even like get the aspect ratio and thing. You can do stuff like that. We don't want that, so we're gonna restart that. We definitely don't want that. I don't like that, but it can work for certain things. So basically, you just kind of position it in the way you want to now. So, I mean, this is all like what you feel like doing. I think I'm just gonna do something like this is fine. All right, so we have him positioned now. Now, personally, what I like to do next on an edit is I like to mess with the background before we do anything with the character. So you can erase stuff with this stuff down here. There's a lot of different features. I don't use a lot of these too often. Maybe I should be. I don't know. But yeah, you can erase all that. It's pretty cool. So I could literally like erase the background if I want to, right? Then it would just be him. You could erase like parts of the background, not. So if you don't want that, obviously, make sure to just press the back buttons. You know, redo that, all that stuff. Now, first step. I'm gonna go for a more like a blue type of vibe here. So all of the effects we're gonna be using is gonna be a blue. So we're just kind of like making it like really bright and vibrant blue, because that's what Evolution Blue Vegeta is, right? He's very blue, very royal blue. So I would personally start with tinting the background. I would tint it, and I could tint it to a blue that I like. Like this is like a pretty, yeah, like this is a pretty good blue. So there's two ways you could go about this. So this is what the blue would look like normally. If all the settings were up, this is what it looked like. So you could do, there's actually three different things you could do here. So you could lower the intensity to make it look less blue but more like the original. I personally don't use this for this, but you could do that. You could lower the luminosity so it makes it dark, right? You could do that as well. We're not going for some dark type of vibe here, so we're not going to do that. But personally, for me, I'd lower the saturation on it. So, and then just makes it like, you can make it like a really light blue. Very light, fainted blue. That's what I would go for. I think it looks the best here. Then when you have that effect added on with, you can go here on this effects tab and go to lighting here. You make it dark like that. That looks fine right there. And look at it. The background's already set for a nice edit. So now, the background for me, for this edit specifically, if this was a different edit, things would change. I might do some stuff like that in a second here. Now let's go on, because we don't want this being too long. So we're gonna start with the glow. So in order to do the glow, all we gotta do is the way I do my glows. I'm gonna show you two different ways to do it. So you can you duplicate the layer, you go to the second layer, you go to this button up here, and then you go to contrast, brightness and contrast. You turn it all the way up. So that means the second layer is completely white. It's a completely white layer. Then you go to that, while you're still on this layer, you glow, right? And you go with a white glow. I usually go with around like a little bit, somewhere below like around 15, 13. Just kind of what you want, because you could technically go do this, but like I don't want all that. The glow isn't like the it pops, it makes the things pop, but you don't need too much of it. This looks fine. Then we go to this first layer up here. We go to this first, I guess, tab up here. We select pixels. Then we go back to the second layer. We cut, deselect, go back. We switch the positions. Then I personally like to use linear dodge. Then we go back to glow. I can glow it like a lot, so like it's not like too like close like this. Like you don't want it like super glowy like that, right? So you could do this really far out. I go around like 100-ish. Then you could go with the one more glow, right? And you can make it blue. Then you can just like, you can lower it how you want, and then this is how you can make a glow. So like this looks cool, right? So this is one way you can do it, and you could just stop there. You could be good. Now there's one last thing I learned like recently you could do is you could go here, back to effects. While you're on the glow layer, you could go here, go to stylize, then go to glass, and you could kind of like, you see how I did that? You can kind of make this have like a little, like a weird looking aura effect, but I think it looks cool actually. I think it's quite neat the way it looks. So you can make this go up like crazy and make it just look odd, or you could like, you know, just be gentle with it. You know, don't go too much on it, but make it to enough to where it looks pretty cool. So like I'll do like a slight version of it. You know, just a slight, nothing too much here, like that. That's fine. So right there, the character, the way I want the character, is done. That's all you need to do. Now you could also we'll focus on the effects, and then I'll do some stuff last. So we're gonna go into the effects now. With the effects, I'm going to go to photo layer, photo library. We're gonna add some new effects here. So I get my effects from Imgur. It's all from Legends. So you get you go to DBZSpace.com and you can get a bunch of Legends effects from Legends cards, and they work really good with edits. So I definitely I would recommend doing that. So how would I start this personally? I guess from this point on, I'll just kind of go with the flow and see what I kind of feel like doing. I definitely like to start off with particles. We'll go particles. I like this particle effect. So you can use this, do that. I can tint it. Probably gonna just tint it to nearly white. I like a white particle. Then I can linear dodge it, give it a little bit more of a glow effect, right? It looks fine. Also, I'm gonna put the lighting on him, so you can like change the lighting on him specifically, right? Just like you did the background. I'm gonna like just darken that slightly, kind of like that. Then I'm gonna do this thing. This is weird thing I have here. Scroll all the way down here. There's this weird effect right here. It's if you look up, it's literally like this weird yellow thing. I don't know where I got it from. I don't know which card has this in Legends, but you can like do some cool stuff with it. So I can like change this like pretty blue, right, or like almost purplish maybe, just enough to like match with this, and then I could like overlay, and it gives like a bluish color, but you can't see it too much, so it's not like too crazy. I think it just makes things look cool. Then I'll go here. Let's see what I want to do. We'll do this. Give it some effects, right, in the back. I think I like to do that with some of my stuff. Then I'll do that. Then we'll go for rocks. Rocks is cool. I like rocks in my edits, right? At least I'm starting to. I never usually used to use rocks in my edits, but I'm starting to realize how much they make the edits look more realistic. So I kind of like that look. There's like more realistic edits you can go for, right? Like where you kind of just don't you don't really go for like this color scheme, right? And you just kind of go for like realistic. So like instead of going for like UI Goku and making him like all purple, right? You can just kind of go for what's it called? You can go for like red fire and flames everywhere because you know he was fighting Jiren and there's flames everywhere. You can do that. So I think it's like different ways you can do stuff, and it's super cool because that's why I like editing so much. Like it gives you like freedom to just do a lot of different things that you might not usually try, or you know, it gives you there's a lot of different things you can do, and you can try a lot of different techniques, a lot of different avenues, I guess you could say. It allows you to make really cool looking edits. Let's see, we're just gonna go to this layer. I'm gonna get something on top of it. It's like a smoke effect I kind of like this. You can use this, and you can give it a little bit of smoke in the back. You do something like that, and then yeah, that's kind of that's just a random edit you can kind of make there. And obviously you don't got to do everything I just did there, but you can kind of pick and choose the way you want to do certain things, right? To just make the edit your own. Like we'll save that, sure, why not? Let's look at like a different type of edit. Like, all right, one of my best edits on Twitter right now is this edit. So what I did to this guy to make him look so like just super cool looking, right? I feel like this is a cool looking edit, right? So what I did to him is I use this. If you go to the effects thing and go to photo, I use this Sleepy Hollow effect. Look how dark. You can just make him look menacing, like dark, menacing, like crazy. You can give moonlight to make him look bluer and just like gloomy. It makes villains look crazy. And then look, you can make the shadow. Look at the shadow. You can just make it like it just looks so menacing, right? Like, and that's how that's why this is like it's a new style I've been trying out. I think it can look really good. Besides that, like all I did is like I added like a legendary finish thing there. Let me show you guys that. So I have a tab here. Has any like random thing. So like I don't know, like Zenkai. This is a Zenkai Z. Put like anywhere here. You can put like here. You just have it there, you know. You could like move things around to make it fit better. But yeah. So I've done a lot of different things, different types of styles, obviously. What's another one? I like this edit a lot. I did this edit just recently, right? I use that also. I also use the aura effect here, right? So I love that. If there's anything else like cool, this one I just did recently. I like choosing for Gogeta. This is pretty cool. This is more realistic. I went with like fire and all that because you know, the city was destroyed. Then there's this edit, also realistic, you know, with the fire and like that's a very simple one. This is like a thumbnail for a video coming up soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do it, but yeah. Then there's this stuff. So like, there's a lot of things you can do. You just gotta use the assets you got. You just gotta like find the assets, and that's why the Infinity Line server allows you to make like be like, it allows graphic designers to prosper, I guess, because the Infinity Alliance is like, it has a lot of graphic designing in it. So if you're a graphic designer, I definitely recommend you join. We have one of our bigger mods, right? He always keeps a channel filled with all the legends and Dokkan like assets, and if you ever have a request, you just ask him and he can put them in for you. And it helps a lot of us editors, and we could just make thumbnails for people. And then there's a channel for all the editors to just like, you know, share their work and all that. It's super cool. I think it's super cool. But yeah, I think that's all I want to do for this video. I just want to do one single edit and just use those skills and create away. If you need any help, just comment whatever, you know. Just comment what you need. Feel free to like message me or join the Infinity Alliance, and my username is Inferno, so you'll see me. You should be able to find me. I talk a lot in the graphic designer channel, so you know, you can talk to me there. There's a lot of different graphic designers in there. You can ask one of them for help. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. That is how I make my thumbnails. And once again, before we end the video, I'll just go through a couple of them that I've made like so recently. Just made a couple of these for either certain people or like just certain occasions for no reason. Just kind of making stuff. I really like this one a lot as well. Let's see. This one's pretty cool. It's not bad, right? Let's see. There's some other stuff you could do. Like, a lot of people like this one. I'm not sure what people like about this one. It's just, I feel like it's super simple, but I don't know. Whatever. This one I made. Vegeta. That's cool, right? Then there's this Broly one I made. Then there's this Gogeta Bro. So yeah, you get the memo. There's a lot of different ones I make. I make a lot of edits. I've got 500 in this app right now. From what I've seen, I'm not even like that high compared to some other people. Some other people got crazy amounts of edits. So it's fine. It's whatever. I just do me. Besides that, there's not much. That's how you make the basis of an edit. I guess. Let me show. I'll show you one last thing before we end the video, I guess. Alright, so this app right here, this is PixArt. PixArt's a pretty good app for other things you can do. So, you just have all these photos here, right? And stuff like that. Just have all these photos. Like say like this edit, right? You can I usually use this app to just add my text because I like this app better. You know, you can just do whatever. So that's something you can do. I just wanted to show that off. It also works as an editor, right? Like you can still add your photos, and you can have anything here, all that stuff, right? You can have all this, so it still works. But personally, I feel like Photoshop's better. But like I said, it's a substitute. So yeah, that is pretty much the end of the video. Oh, one more thing. Lens flare. I like using lens flare in this app. So like, say if I just went here, like I can just add like a lens flare right there. I could like blend it, make it like shiny, and yeah, I think it makes these things look cool, right? I thought that looks cool. But yeah, that is that. Now this is the end of the video. A little bit longer than I expected, but you know, that's fine. Hopefully you guys learned something from this. I love doing edits, but I like to show people how to do them as well. So, you know, people don't always have to rely on people. You know, they can hopefully do stuff themselves sometimes. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Everybody flow with me. This is your boy Knuckles, and this is Aquatic Mind. I'm on y'all. Let's take a dive in Aquatic Mind. Once was a cold pit, but now it's a water ride.